Hey guys, I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. And today I'm here to talk to you about what plumbers wish you knew. Believe it or not, most plumbers really wish that people were more knowledgeable, more educated about their plumbing system. And that's why I like putting out these videos. That's why I like to tell people about plumbing, about what we do, about what's good for them, about things that they can do. The more you know about plumbing, the more knowledgeable you are about it, the better off you are in the long run, because hopefully somebody won't be able to take advantage of you. Hopefully you'll find out that there are things that you can do yourself to help save you money. So there's a ton of things that plumbers wish that people knew, because it can either create extra work for us, which of course, we got to charge you for, or if there's things that you knew that you wouldn't do, or things that you knew that you could do yourself, it saves you a lot of money. So probably probably one of the big ones is know what you can put down your drains and what you can't. Believe it or not, if it's a solid, it should pretty much go in the trash can. And I know that's a weird way to look at it, but a garbage disposal is literally not made to throw garbage in. It is made to help grind up smaller bits of foods, even smaller, so they can go down the drain and not clog it, not create a problem, not clog it up. If you're not sure, throw it in the trash. If you've got to throw food out or something, dump it into a grocery bag, tie it in a knot, and I mean the little plastic ones, tie it in a knot and throw it in your trash can, and then you're like double protected. But putting eggshells, putting noodles, putting lettuce, cabbage, rice, things like that down the garbage disposal, guys, that can literally clog the arm coming out of the disposal. It can clog the P-trap. It can clog the arm going back into your wall. And the bad thing is the more you put down it, the more that clog can build up. I remember going over with a top sink snake one time and going in through the P-trap outlet. And I mean, I dug out, it must have been a big old huge bowl of rice that I don't know if they overcooked it, cooked too much, what it was, but they just dumped it, started shoving it in the disposal, turning the disposal on. Just because it goes down the disposal doesn't mean that it's not going to clog up your drain. It can get back in your drain past the disposal, because now it's got even smaller, more compact, but maybe not enough to just where the water will rinse it out. And I don't know, maybe people weren't running enough water when they put it in the disposal. I know that when I put things down the disposal, and guys, don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of putting stuff in the disposal I shouldn't too, but I make sure that I turn on a lot of hot water, let the hot water run. That way it helps wash everything out. And I'll leave it running while I run the disposal, and even after I shut it off, just to help rinse things down. If you're gonna stick things in there, make sure you got plenty of water to help wash it out. Next thing is, know who is a plumber and who isn't a plumber. Know who can work on your plumbing system. Here in Texas, you're supposed to have a license to work on a plumbing system. And I don't mean an apprentice registration. I've gone to jobs where they said, oh, the plumber came out before was a lot cheaper than you. And I look at the invoice or whatever, look at the plumber's name and look at him, and it was an apprentice. Guys, that's against the law. And chances are, if you had a water heater installed by a non-plumber, if you used a handyman, if you used an apprentice or somebody you found on Craigslist, chances are, yeah, you got a good deal at the time, but you may have just voided your warranty. There's a lot of different reasons to use a plumber. And I always go back to the most important one. American Standard has a drawing. They bought the drawing from Norman Rockwell, or the rights to it. And it's the guy standing up with all the people crowded around him. And it says, the plumber protects the health of the nation. And guys, that's true, because without plumbers, with cross connections, with people that don't know what they're doing, running things, hooking things up, doing things like that, it can lead to poor health for people. Another thing is, plumbers are trained and licensed and registered for a reason. Guys, they know what they're doing. Here in Texas, plumbers have to go through continuing education every year, because things change. We have to do things different, and there's a reason. Getting the wrong person out to work on your system could actually damage your system. If you've got a sopped up sewer line and it's got a crack or something like that in the bottom, or channel rot, different kind of things, getting the wrong head in there, because believe it or not, on sewer machines, there's different heads for different reasons. Getting the wrong thing in there can literally just get in there and break that up to where now what was just a stopped up drain that was leaking is now broken, collapsed, and now you've got a tunnel under your house now to either get a snake out, get a camera out, or just repair a line that now is completely broken, collapsed, and not draining at all. Because there's a lot of different reasons that you may want to call a plumber. The other one is, guys, don't get me wrong, I've seen people do it for years, a stopped up drain. They've got a chemical under their sink that they pour in to unstop it because they saw a commercial, and the commercial said that that would happen. Guys, there's not many chemicals that will unstop sinks. Plumbers, we don't use them. Now, we may use chemicals as a preventive maintenance. We've got a product that we use that once we clean a sewer line out, we give them a bottle, and if they'll pour it down their sewer every month, little 2 ounces, just like they're supposed to, it eats up fog, fats, oils, and grease. And what it does, it eats it up, turns it into water, turns it into carbon dioxide, and it goes down the drain, goes out the vent, something like that. But the thing is, it cleans the inside of the pipe. It does not go in there and try to eat up a clog. Guys, those are very caustic, very acidic chemicals. They can actually damage your plumbing system. And if you have put something like that in and you do have to call a plumber, please make sure the plumber's aware of that. Those chemicals can cause blindness. We've seen reports where kids have gone blind because they started playing in the water, splashed water in their eyes. The mother had put Drano in it, and the acid actually blinded the kid. I mean, I hate to tell you that, but it's true. So try not to use the chemicals like that. Try to watch what you're putting down your drains. Try to run plenty of hot water. But if you do have a problem, I really do recommend calling a plumber. Or if you're mechanically inclined and you think you can do it, go down to the box store, rent a sewer machine, and come home and clean out your own drain. One more thing plumbers wish people knew: how to take care of your water heater. Guys, flip over to our water heater blog, go to our webpage, look at our blog. We've put out a lot of information on water heaters to teach people how to take care of their water heaters, actually how to work on their water heaters. But guys, at a minimum, once you put a water heater in, start flushing it at least once a year. Actually, every couple of months is better. Just get a 5-gallon bucket, hook up a hose to the bottom, flush it out. Don't turn it off. Don't drain it down. Don't do anything like that. Just flush it out. Water heaters need love. Keep an eye on them. Check them out. Guys, if you take care of them, they can take care of you for up to twice as long. Tell me what the ROI is on that. It's a big one. So one other big thing, guys, most plumbers just want to help. We're not there to rob you. We're not there to cheat you. We're there to inform you of what your problem is and let you know of what your options are. Most plumbers, not all of them. Always ask to look at their plumbing license. Here in Texas, you can go into the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners website, do a license search, look at your plumber. If he has a journeyman license and you want to see if the master is licensed, ask him who the master is. Look it up, see if they've got insurance, see if they've got their RMP in place, see if they're doing things right. Because guys, at the end of the day, that always comes back to help you. Hope you're liking these videos. I hope that you're getting something out of these videos. If you are, please leave us a comment below. Please hit the subscribe button. Guys, that's huge. We're trying to grow our subscribers. So anything you can do to help us out, click the button, ring the bell, leave a note, leave a comment, click on a blog, tell your friends about us. We are trying to help people learn more about plumbing to help save them money. So my name's Roger Wakefield with Texas Green Plumbing, saving you money one drop at a time.